Hello, it's James here with the BK3 playthrough, going off of the guide that some really dedicated, awesome person from audiogames.net wrote some years ago. But I thought I would do an audio edition of it, or close to it. So, we're going to do the story recap and the tutorial. It's a very strange story. But we're using the translation dictionaries, which we're recording this in August of 2020, and they haven't been updated in some time. We are using version 1.9.1.5 of the game, and so unlike older playthroughs floating around, we are not going to be able to make the Water Master because I don't remember exactly why. You need too many things, or it's not available in the store or something. I don't remember, but all I know is we can't make it anymore, and that made me very sad. But it's alright. It's there's another way we can do it. But who cares? We're getting sidetracked.
New game. Create.
It's time to make a new game.
Welcome to Our Great Adventure 3. This game is the sequel of Our Great Adventure 2. First, please choose a save slot to use. Once selected, your data will be automatically saved to the specified slot. Please choose a save slot 1, 2.
We're going to choose 2 because I have my main save in 1.
Next, please decide your player name. In the next screen, an input box will be shown. Input your player name there, then press the tab key. Akirano de Balkan 3, edit land.
Tab is also pause, essentially. It also gets you to the menu, but it brings up a menu where you can do things. Anyway, we're going to call ourselves Bob, because, I don't know, why not?
Your player name is Bob. Is that okay? Akirano de Balkan 3.
So we hit tab, and it's asking if it's okay. This is a yes-no
No, yes. No, yes.
list box, so we'll choose yes.
New data has been created.
Alright.
Game setup has been completed. Now the game begins. This is the sequel of the Our Great Adventure series. Do you want to recap the previous story? If you haven't played the previous games, it will help you understand the game world. What would you like to do? I know that. Let's please recap.
Another list box.
A large house at the edge of Crystal City. One day, Bob, who is living there with his friends, sees a group of bully boys desperately searching for food. Screaming, "Give us food!" They attack Bob's house. A few days later, Bob has a strange dream. Person 1, new. Person 2, shit, I'm hungry. Person 3, that hurts. Person 4, what will happen to us next? Person 5, my daughter. Child 1, boo. Bob, cruel, too cruel. Strange voice. Die, dee. All the food is ours and... Several days later, Bob decides to take his first journey to find out the truth. At the house next door, he sees a violent bully boy and is forced to fight with him. The bully boys are stealing food here and there because they ran out of things to eat. The enemies are not only the bully boys. A strange man, calling himself Yamajin, kidnaps a child for an unknown reason. Bob successfully rescues the child and heads to Arkyre City, a large city next to Crystal City. However, Yamajin ambushes Bob and makes him teleport to one of his labs. Bob's friends are captured there. He manages to rescue them and return them home. At the northern exit of Arkyre City, Bob faces a monster that Yamajin owns. He manages to defeat it and is given a weird key from the dying monster. The key is a very important key for Yamajin. It can unlock the path to his true lab. Bob takes the path being navigated by the key and finds the truth. The thing that caused this circumstance is called Yokating. What is Yokating? Is it a human or something else? That's still unknown. However, there is a series of logs that Yokating and Yamajin were exchanging via email. Tracing the logs, Bob finds that Yokating's objective is to collect food for himself. Also, Yamajin seems to have been working for Yokating. While they were carrying out their plan, a boy called Bob appears, which is annoying and uncomfortable for them. To terminate him, the Megasaurus, the extremely large monster Bob had fought at the exit of Arkyre City, was dispatched as their ultimate weapon. However, the monster being defeated, Yokoting no longer has a way to get rid of him. The loss of the secret key is Yamajin's fault because he asserted that the Megasaurus wouldn't lose against Bob. Anyway, Bob now knows the root of the problem. His objective is to find out the truth behind their food monopolization plan. And stop it. At the top of Flame Mountain, Bob faces off with a large fighter robot called Death Robot. Struggling with its accurate shooting program and powerful explosives, he manages to destroy it and pulls the robot's core out of its body. After successfully passing the mountain, he sees a small house. Entering there with no special reason, Bob meets a man living there known as the Analysis Maniac. The Analysis Maniac is interested in analyzing things. He willingly accepts the analysis of the core Bob obtained from the robot. From the analysis, he finds out the location of Bob's final destination, which is called the Fortress of Yokoting. Getting into the fortress, Bob managed to find out why the whole thing happened, defeat Yokoting and stop his plan. His objective seems to have been completed, however. Hey-ya. Hey-ya. A few months have passed since Bob stopped Yokoting and started to live with him and his friend Yamajin. When they were gathering for breakfast as always, it happens. A massive group of bully boys rush into his house and start attacking. Bully boy, today's objective is not food, but you. The bully boys declare their intent to murder Bob and attack him. He makes them escape by asking for help from Yamajin. A few days later, he is called by Yamajin and Yokoting. They ask Bob to stop the bully boys and give him some useful things. Bob started his second journey to find out the reason for the bully boys' attacks. However, before he left home, he was faintly aware of the reason. Yokoting had stolen food from them, but it had already been returned. If they were satisfied with food, the reason must have been caused by their grudges against Bob, who killed several bully boys. At the house next door, he encounters a bully boy and defeats him, causing him to drop an unknown metal chip. After that, the city was suddenly filled with monsters and Bob rushed to destroy their origin. In the grassy area outside of Crystal City, there were thousands of monsters strolling around who all had the same metal chip. After reaching Arkhire City, Bob was captured by a false policeman. He managed to jailbreak and escaped. He heard that the origin of the monsters might be west of the city. He immediately headed west. There was a large factory. Millions of the metal chips were produced there. Bob encounters the Death Robot originally created by Yokoting and discovered it was working as the factory's surveillance robot. After the investigation, Bob returned home to show Yamajin the core in the factory. When he opened the door, he found a cruel situation. The bully boys have broken into his house and are being violent to his friends. Laughing, they say. Bully boy 1. Our target has finally come. Your friends are there. They will die soon, I guess. Bully boy 2. Oh, you look sad. I never imagined that a guy who killed our friends like a machine had a heart to feel sad. Bully boy 3. Who do you think has caused this situation? Bully boy 5. Lots of our friends were killed by you 3 months ago. Like you did to us, we are going to kill the friends who are important to you. Is that wrong? Bully boy 6. It's natural, isn't it? Bully boy 7. And, finally you came. The person whom we have wanted to kill the most has come by himself, not knowing anything. How funny. Bob was known. That was the reason. He killed too many of the boys' community members. But still, Bob was chosen to fight, to survive, to save his friends. On the battlefield, after everything was all said and done, Bob stood alone. The boys were not wrong at all. Their friends were killed by me. I never apologized. It's natural that they try to avenge me. I will never be forgiven. That's the truth. Because I know that's the truth, I cannot allow my previous stupid action. Why did I fight at that time? It might have been avoidable. At that time, and even now. Did I have to fight? Did I have to fight? Did I have to kill him? I keep remembering the time I was fighting against Yokoting. The boys certainly were obstacles for me then. They attacked me a number of times. But, did I have to kill them all? Come to think of it, I never saw bully boys until that time. I sometimes go to Arkhire City to shop, but I've never seen one of them. Did something happen to them perhaps? The deeper I think of it, the deeper I regret. The person who caused lots of people to suffer is me. Why haven't I noticed such a simple fact until now? Why haven't I been able to notice? A voice interrupted his thinking. The voice was strong, but not violent. Calm down. You're still standing up there? That's not a good idea. Sit down anyway. My name is, you know, Ultra Bully Boy. If you still draw your sword, that's okay. But I have some things that I want to tell you. I wanted to tell you something, so I didn't participate in that battle. I have been watching it. Bob screamed. Kill the person who disturbed your peace now. However, he didn't care about that word and continued. I told you to calm down. I told you that I wanted to talk with you. Who said that you must be killed? It's a bit of a long story, but please listen. After that, he explained the bully boy's current situation and its relevance to the metal chips. When Yokoting's food monopolization plan was being carried out, the bully boys who originally lived in the mountains lost all their food. They could go to the nearest city, but no one gave food to them because they had no money. That changed the bully boys. They had to become cruel monsters who slashed any obstacles to survive. They were just like wild creatures then. People were afraid and wary of them and captured them. That was the reason they started to be called bully boys. However, their lives changed again because Bob stopped Yokoting's plan. They were able to return to the mountain, and some of the members who had been captured and forced to work in Yokoting's fortress were also released. However, they were split into two groups. The one who knew that Bob had rescued their fellow members from Yokoting's fortress and stopped his plan, and the other one who considered Bob as the fucking guy who killed our friends. That finally resulted in the outrage of the hardliners. First, they directly aimed at Bob's house, though they were starting to be controlled by someone with the power to shoot the unknown metal chips inside their bodies. The Ultra Bully Boy kindly asked Bob to save them and promised that he would support Bob. And so Bob began another journey. To get a more precise analysis of the core he obtained at the chip's factory, Bob headed to the Analysis Maniac's house again. However, the path was hard. Thousands of robots invading, millions of monsters being continuously generated, everything blocked Bob's path and turned towns into battlefields. Saving towns, destroying Yamagen's lab which had been used for producing robots, passing the mountain, fighting with the bully boys, making friends with them rather than killing them, and he finally handed the core over to the Analysis Maniac. Right after the analysis computer loaded the data in the core, it transformed into a large robot and started attacking Bob. He blasted it to pieces and found the thing that he saw before. It was the same core used for the death robots. The Analysis Maniac managed to pull the data from the core and found out that there was another robot factory somewhere. The location could be analyzed by retrieving another core which was at the factory being developed in the area where Yokoting's fortress was originally located. Successfully obtaining the said core, Bob got into the largest factory and destroyed the facility. Meanwhile, Crystal City was under serious attack. An overwhelming amount of monsters had rushed there and tried to erode the city. Yamagen, Yokoting and only two bully boys who were capable of fighting against the monsters have been desperately resisting. Bob warped to the center of the battlefield and saved the city. After the battle ended, Yamagen remembered that the original creator of the cores wasn't Yokoting. He actually bought the tech from a madman. Bob asserted that the man was the bully boy's controller. Finally, he intruded into the building of the man who called himself Punisher. Paving a path through lots of traps and monsters, Bob managed to reach the final room of the building. Punisher exclaimed, "I have had a dream. It is to get rid of unnecessary things from this world. In the world there are a lot of stupid unnecessary fucking things. For example, useless people, people with no money, unnecessary buildings, stupid statues, silly monuments. I can rave infinitely. Those fucking idiots who never help us. Poor people, yes, people who are given money because of their poorness. Money is used for them, then the city or town gets poor too. Poor people are making poor governments. Don't you think that this is kin to a vicious circle? Yes, it's nothing but a vicious circle. If we get rid of such things, this world will be a much better place. Hey, there are more fucking things. Next, insects. They wasp and wasp. All they can do is wasp everywhere around us. Not only that, they sometimes bite or sting us. Just fucking shit. Flies are dirty. When I'm feeling fresh air through open windows, they suddenly get in and wasp around me. Don't you think you want to kill them in a more complete way? It is not enough to squish them with my hands or foot or a bunch of newspaper. This is my 10-year conclusion. Once I had a conclusion, I start thinking about how to achieve my objective. And I, an extremely smart guy, immediately found out the solution. Animals, insects, plants, other things, everything should be controlled by me. If I control everything, all works as I want. I can make my utopia by myself. Isn't it great? Awesome. I am the top person in the world. I have the strongest power in this world. No other person can stop me. I am the administrator of this world. The mysterious chip, a mad invention that enables free control over anything it hits. It can even make clones of whatever it hits. Bob challenged Punisher to a battle for its generator and Punisher's most advanced creation. His ultimate weapon is the Death Robot. However, everything was different from the previous models. The truly completed ultimate masterpiece of the Death Robot, Search and Destruction Robot, version 2.0++. In the final battle, Bob managed to destroy the robot. He saw through the madman's lies and forcefully pulled a chip out of him. He was actually being controlled by what he had created. Bob saved the world again and is now the mayor of Crystal City. The city was redeveloped and now flourishes. Punisher found a new job and is now working every day for Bob and his friends. Everything was going well.
Until...
no one knew that the peace would be threatened once more. Data Bob. Total playing time 0 hours 11 minutes 20 seconds. Stage select. Move to the stage selection menu.
And that's where we come in.
Status stage select.
For the third time, apparently.
Select the stage. Tutorial. Akirano Debauken 3 version 1.91.5. Welcome to Akirano Debauken 3. Before you begin your adventure, let's familiarize ourselves with basic game operation. Even if you've played the previous game, Akirano Debauken 2, a refresher is recommended as some controls have changed since then. There is nothing difficult here. Simply follow my instructions and you'll have no problem remembering the controls right away. The tutorial will now begin. Good luck. Select the level 01. Let's take a walk.
Let's take a walk indeed.
Welcome to the tutorial. In this stage, let's learn actions that will be required to play this game. First, we will start with the basics of the game. Hold down your left and right arrow keys to move. While you are holding each of the keys, you can run to the corresponding direction. Okay, let's try. Move right. By default, holding down arrow keys makes you run. Pressing arrows with your control key held will make you walk slowly.
Yep, and that's what I have it set to, is just running with the arrow keys, walking with the control key.
In Bakurano de Bouken 2, you were able to run using the control key. If you are used to the previous style, you can change it from the settings menu. Walking slowly will make your stamina recover faster.
Yep, that's a very good point. You can recover stamina by walking faster than you would by standing still. Opposite of what you might think.
By the way, there is a wall in front of you. This game is a 2D side-scroller, so you can jump over the wall if it isn't very tall. Also, you can walk on the wall tile. Imagine that blocks are heaped in the game field and you can walk on them. You can press up arrow to jump. Jumping rises you 4 squares higher. Jump over the walls and go further.
Yes. Jump over the walls and go further.
If you step on the gap in between tiles, you will fall until you hit the ground below.
Yep.
If you are running and the gap is approaching, you can hear your footsteps echo. The echo can be heard when the gap is less than 8 squares in front of you. Keep running and find out how the echoes work. Oh, by the way, there is a river below you. Try jumping into it.
Yeah, we're just gonna fall into it, because... yeah. Hi, river. Hi, kitty. Jump over the platforms.
If an object is located above or below, the volume of the object is lowered. That's why the sound of the river gradually increased. That way you can imagine how the objects are positioned and how you are moving. These are just basics of the game. You can now proceed to the next tutorial. By the way, I like the cat sitting near the river. Isn't it cute?
Aww.
Select the stage, tutorial. Select the level 02. Let's play ball. Though you may be used to this in the previous journey, I would like to teach you how to use the enter key. The enter key is used to open doors, pick up items, or use equipment in the game field. First, try opening the door that is located to the right. You can hear the sound of the door. Alternatively, you can check where objects are by pressing the D key. This brings up a list of all objects in the current game field. To check where you are, press the Q key.
Yes, the object menu. Amazing! Alright, now we're in the shopping mall.
You are in the shopping mall. Let's play with balls here. Don't worry about the other visitors, this is a game. But please use the elevator before starting. Approach it and press enter to activate it.
Yes, here we go.
Welcome to the second floor. I'll roll a ball from the right side. Please return it back by pressing enter. The ball will be returned in the direction you are facing. Great. Okay, I'll roll 10 balls.
I wanted to be able to hear him fall.
Awesome. Keep it up. I will give some of the balls to you. Select the stage, tutorial.
The balls are
Select the
useless,
level
but
01, 02, 03. Let's be acrobatic.
whatever.
Well, let's learn jumping and attacking. You can dodge enemy attacks while jumping. Try avoiding skateboards coming from your right.
Yes, okay. You have to avoid, I think, 10 skateboards. Alright, now I'm gonna go back the other way because they spawn at the right end of the level. So, I just want them to...
Great. There is another way to avoid attacks. This is a 2D side-scroller, which means that you can avoid every attack by getting out of its range. I will create a tile above you at the location 105. 2. Jump onto it and avoid the skateboards. You can avoid them all by jumping, but you don't need to jump if you are on the tile that was created. 175. 154. 0.
Ah!
126. 0. 110. 0. 103. 0. 96. 0. 100. 105. 104. 0.
Oh, it's already up there.
100. 105. 0. 106. 0.
Really?
105.
Come on.
104. 105. 3.
There we go. Now they can just all run under us.
Good. Good. Okay, proceed to the next room.
Oh, huh! I didn't need to jump. Oh well.
Destroy toy cars with a club. Choose a weapon by pressing the W key. To use your weapon, press spacebar. Weapons list.
Are we done?
Well done.
Yay!
I would like to add one thing though. In this game, unlike other side-scrollers, you and other objects are not distinct. Enemy attacks can hit other enemies or objects, and your attacks can also hit most of the objects. However, important key items may not be attackable. These are the basics, but I like exceptions. You'll understand why I'm saying this later on. Well, please listen to this situation. As I explained, enemies can hit other enemies and destroy them. In this game, you gain experience when you defeat an enemy and level up. Like this. When leveled up, your HP slightly increases. You will also get some level up points. The amount of level up points you can get is based on your current level. Level up points can be assigned to your stats, and you can enhance your strength that way. That's all. Press L while in any stage to open this screen. Use your up and down arrows to select what stat you want to enhance. To assign a point, press right arrow. The left arrow will decrease the number of assigned points. Once you have confirmed how many points to assign to each stat, choose Confirm at the bottom of the menu. Once you press Confirm, it isn't possible to undo the changes or modify them. Please bear this in mind and consider which stat changes are necessary. Defense, Tech, Current.
Alright, we can't change any of these, so we're just gonna choose Confirm.
Okay, now destroy a boss toy car.
Here we go. You just basically want to chase it and hit it. Is pretty much what I was doing there.
You can proceed to the tutorial remix. Good luck.
Just like I was doing with the
Select the
others.
stage.
Okay.
Tutorial. Select the level 0004. Tutorial remix.
Here we go.
Okay. Let's go. Tutorial remix. Before you start, I'll give you this. This is a compact sonar. It uses sounds to indicate walls or surfaces that are in front of or above you. Press the O key to turn it on or off. If the sonar detects a wall, it makes a sound like this. And when it detects a surface above you, you'll hear the sound, but it does not necessarily mean that you can jump up to there. By using the sonar, you'll find exploring stages with complex terrain much easier.
Yeah, so the first sound is for a wall in front of or below you, and the second sound is for a platform above you. But it doesn't mean that you can jump up there. Like it says. Okay. So we're going to go through this door, and we're going to fall through this gap. Maybe. There we go. Really? Oh, that's right. Okay. Ah. Yes! Now the door opens. So jump up. Yeah. Oh, okay. Damn! Wow! Damn it! Come on! Wow! They come out of the door! Okay. More of this, really? Are we done? Or do I have to go somewhere? Really? There we go. You get a switch? Seriously? Oh. Oh, okay. Maybe they gotta... Ah! Gotcha.
Good job. Actually, I haven't explained everything, but you will eventually figure things out. By the way, how was the last area? Was it too easy for you? The tutorial has ended. The item warehouse has been unlocked. You can now start your journey. Select the stage. Tutorial.
Yep, so...
Select the level. The item warehouse.
Here's the item warehouse. We can store things that we don't need.
Here, you can store your inventory with no limit. Warehouse. Store items.
Yep.
Take items.
So
Store items.
we're gonna store items.
Select an inventory type you would like to store. Items. Collection items.
Collection items.
Select what you want to control. Red ball 2 question mark obtained in the tutorial. Blue ball 4 question mark green ball 2 yellow ball 3 compact sonar 1 question all. Compact sonar yellow ball 3 question all.
So I'm gonna hit all.
Are you sure you want to store all collection items you have? No. Yes. Red ball 2 move to the warehouse. Blue ball 4 move to the warehouse. Green ball 2 move to the warehouse. Yellow ball 3 move to the warehouse. Compact sonar 1 move to the warehouse. Red ball 2 red ball. Select collection items. Items. Collect active collection
Alright,
items.
now I'm gonna go back to
You
collection items.
don't have any collection items. Select an
Oh,
inventory.
whoops.
Take items. Store items.
Okay, so I gotta hit escape to go to the previous menu.
Take store items.
Take
Take items.
items.
Select the inventory type you would like to take. Collection items. Select what you want to control. Red ball 2 compact sonar 1 question mark. How many of them would you like to take? 1. Select what you want to control. Red ball 2 question. Blue ball red ball. Blue yellow ball back. Select the inventory type. Select web shields. All. Back. Warehouse. Store items. Take I close. See you again.
Alright, and that's the warehouse.
Select the stage. Tutorial.
I wanted to get rid of those balls because we don't need them, but I wanted to take the compact sonar because it's useful later. And I didn't want to have to choose each type of ball. So, that's why I did it like that. And that's the story recap and tutorial. Hope you enjoyed or something.
Cock free at stop button.